can't believe it, bro. We're back. Clan Mandalorian, the Boba Fett. We're back in the building. First stream of the year. It's actually crazy to say, man.
Man, it went by quick, dude. I can tell you that.
I know. I wish it lasted a little bit longer. I always hate that feeling once it's Christmas. Once Christmas is over, you have that build up all year, and then it's like, man, what a great day, and then it goes away, and you're like, December 26th. You're like, damn, it's all over. But then you got the new year to look forward to, and then after that, it's just like, damn. Now it's just like back to square one. We're starting over, new school year, back to work. I mean, it's not fun, but it's okay, man. We're good.
I was just gonna say back to reality, dog. Like,
I know it
it-
sucks, but that's okay. We're back on the lives. I mean, actually, I'm not even gonna lie. The 2 weeks we missed, I was like, bro, this sucks. Like, I miss going live on Sundays, because usually, we're chopping it up, Lego, Funko, Star Wars, lore theories, anything really. Um, but before we start, man, how was your Christmas? How was your holiday? How'd everything go with the fam?
it was good, man. We were with the in-laws out in Texas, so we flew out there, came back, Santa Barbara. We actually have some flooding going on right now, so we beat that coming back. So it's been good, man. But no, felt blessed. The family got me some great stuff. It was a good time to be with the family, and like you said, man, Sundays I was over here like,
I need it.
let me go live a little bit. But no, yeah, it's good. What about you?
Yeah, dude, like same like you, man. It was good. We didn't travel though. We got to stay, at home. Everything was fine. Um, But yeah, dude, it was great getting with family. Lot of great presents. I feel like I did gave a lot of good presents this year. So it was a good thing to kind of just really just hang out, man. I feel like it's
Yeah.
been holidays have been weird, since COVID. Everybody's had to, distance, and sometimes things are super busy, like out in like retail and all that stuff. So everything just chilling, man. It was great. It was really nice.
That's awesome, man. And real quick, I see you had that Boba Fett a wallet, Doug.
Oh
It's,
yes.
we're out here with that. We drink a lot of water on this podcast.
That's right. We drink. You got to stay hydrated. Um, yeah, bro. Dude, these are so clean. I was actually hoping to get like an all black one, and if I didn't get one for Christmas, I was gonna, just go get one myself. But I mean, the Boba Fett, it's tough, bro.
Yeah, the colors are sweet, dude. I love that.
Yeah. What does yours look like?
I got that Vader one. I have three of these actually, so I'm a big fan of this brand. Um, but yeah, this one's all black. My other one's all white, and then I kind of got like a bigger mug type
Nice.
of thing.
Bro, one thing I will say, like I got Yetis, I got Stanleys, I got a big hydro jug. My sister-in-law got me, dude. I love that thing, like especially for like men's league, bro. I'm pulling up with the jug. But if anyone who's watching and doesn't have an Owala, like just consider it, because like it has the built-in straw. But if you're super thirsty, you can get the chug. You know, I mean, we're not. This is not a sponsorship by any means, but I mean, look at the sip of
No
that,
free
dude.
ads.
You know what I'm saying? Like, go get you an Owala. This is
They're
everything you
awesome,
need.
man. They got a bunch of colors, variety. Like again, no free ads, but I'm a big fan. Like we love these in our household.
Oh yeah, that's what we do, man. And it's so good too because it makes me want to drink water, and especially I'm like, man, I got my boba jug, so I'm
Yeah,
good.
it's coming with me everywhere, man.
Yeah, dude. What's so crazy is I know everyone's tired of it. Real quick, I feel like people are like, yo, you know, you be glazing certain characters. I'm like, look, bro, I got my favorites just like you got your favorites, but the Jabba sail barge, of course, that's my firstborn in my collection. That's the baby. But I mean, hey, bro, I know you got the Death Star. That she's gonna get copped one day. But y'all,
Oh
this
yeah.
this right
Oh
here,
yeah.
we're back. We never left. We
Throw
we did
yourself
it.
up on the big screen real quick, dude.
Let me see if I can maybe pull up.
There it is. There we go.
Hold up. What the hell?
What the hell?
This will work. But
All
she's
around the world.
just
We're back.
she's so nice,
Unbelievable.
bro.
The
These
box
damn
art.
boxes are heavy.
Yeah.
They're so heavy.
Man, that box art is so clean though.
It is. And what's crazy is like I was kind of looking into it and it released in 2017, so
Damn.
this is way back, So this set's been out for a while, but I think it is set to retire at the end of 2026. So, yeah, I'm glad I got it. It's definitely the holy grail of my Lego collecting, and I think the next big one is going to be that Death Star. That's the next focus, but it's all right. We got the Falcon.
So good. It's so nice.
I know I can't wait to rip it open. So one of these days, I'm kind of sitting here looking at it like I got to take it all in. You know, I
Mhm.
bet you did. I know you did that with the Death Star for the first couple of days. You're like, I just gotta. She's here. I gotta look at her for a little bit.
I was like a kid in a candy store, dude, with a lot of those things.
Yeah, and
Like like when the Venator came in over here, that was my holy grail. I was like, oh,
dude, the Venator. The more I've been kind of looking, I'm like, yo, that might be a cop one day because I like the MIDI scale that just came out. Definitely gonna wait for a sale, but I'm just like, dude, this thing is really nice because I seen it in person twice, both at the Lego store, but it's just like it's massive, dude. Like, we got the Death Star, the Falcon, yeah, dude, like look at that. Like that's beautiful. It's so good. Man.
but yeah, that was easily my grail set.
Yeah. Ah, it's so fire. I love it, man. What chat? What's going on? 2026 first stream. Let's chime in. Let's see how it's going. What do we
We
got?
got the crew
I Haja
back.
in the
What's
building.
going on?
What's going on, baby? Skywalking Ryan. We're good, bro. How you doing?
A man in the crew.
A man himself. What we got here? Brandon Baker. I see you. Oh, there we go. We're skipping a little bit. DJ Loading. What's up? Holiday swag. That's right. Where's your swag at? I know you got some swag too. There we go. Haja, what's up? Claim Brandalorian. Oh, that's awesome. You're awesome, bro. Thanks for chiming in. Nimble Saucepan. Been getting live on Instagram. I see you,
Now
bro.
he's been
Thanks for
here,
chiming
man.
in. Falcon Box. Yeah, it goes way too hard, bro. It goes too hard. What we got? Mr. Baker again. Lots of older sets are retired. I know it's going to be crazy to see what is actually going to be up for retirement this year because I feel like a lot of the what did I just see on Lego.com that was set to retire? I think it was I can't even remember now, but I
They
know
got a
some of the
good batch.
yeah yeah it's going to be interesting to see what retires this year, and especially some of those new um sets that just came out last year. Like when are those going to retire? Like we're looking at the what's that one I just uh that's the set that the Boonta Eve Classic diorama that just retired, and it felt like that just came out last year.
I feel like they're going pretty quickly on some things, and then you're seeing the some sets linger. Like you're seeing a lot of the like you just said, that Falcon has been out there for years now, and they're kind of being it's like selective on what is going and what isn't.
Hmm.
Um, but man, it's almost like if you want a set and you know it's going to retire, like you got to snag it because once it hits aftermarket, the people are just raking on those aftermarket sets.
I know they do way too much, man, and it's like some of the sets, especially the Desert Skiff. I don't know if that just retired a couple days ago or if that does this year, but
It's at the end of this year, yeah.
yeah. So like some people were talking
Oh,
about
I
it.
guess that would have been yeah, that would have been.
Yeah, it's all over now. um, but yeah, bro, absolutely devious. Some of the sets that go on retirement so fast, I'm just like, what's going on? I got to pick these up. And kind of
Mhm.
just like Baker said right here, the on extender just retired, which that, I mean, what, a year on shelves, if that.
Yeah, came out with
So
the show, so yeah, just about.
it's crazy. Oh yeah, Lindsay was asking last night. She's like, does John and Steph have the office set?
We
You,
do.
yeah, you got that one.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
copped it a couple years ago.
yeah. So check this out. I'm gonna have to go whatever the last bag that she worked on, and this was like 3 years ago. The last bag that she worked on, I need to like completely buy all of those pieces again. So I'm gonna have to go and like pick a brick and just pull them all because we like when we're like building sets, we'll like put them on the shelf and like let them sit
Mhm.
there and then pull it back out and then start working on it. But
Yeah.
we had a like essential oil diffuser like plugged into the wall, like a Bath and Body Works one. And I was kind of noticing like underneath, like where it was plugged in, it was like hitting the bottom of the shelf. And I was like, oh, it's like wet. So like I was like, oh, maybe it's kind of like condensation or whatever. I
Mhm.
don't understand how it works. So I'm like,
I don't know
I
the
wipe
physics
it,
behind it.
and I'm just like, what the hell? And it's like real hot and it's kind of starting to get sticky. So then I look down at the set and on the bottom there had been some drippings from it. So I'm like, "Oh man, what the hell?" So I pick the setup and it's the reception's desk. I
Mhm.
don't know. I don't know the lore of the office like all of you guys do, but I think Pam, right? That's the front desk
Yeah.
lady. Okay, so Lindsay told me that. I remember now. Her desk, like we went to like pull it and it just like melted off. So
Mm.
the essential oils melted the Lego plastic. So anyone out there, don't have wallflowers or any essential oil diffusers by your sets because it will ruin them. So there's like 6 pieces that are ruined, but like we have to make sure like the floor piece is like back. So we're just gonna have to order some of those. And I mean that thing aftermarket itself is another one of those sets where it's super expensive.
Yeah.
So ugh, you have to make sure that that's good.
That's a whole process.
Yeah, I'm ready for it though. We'll be okay. Um, but before we get into it today, guys, everything we're gonna talk some 2026. We're gonna talk some Lego, especially this wave that just came out. What's coming out in March with the Smart Brick Wave? That's gonna be interesting. And then we got Maul, Shadow Lord, Mando, and Grogu in theaters. First movie um, since The Rise of Skywalker. It's wild. Then maybe Ahsoka season 2. So everything in this stream 2026. Um, love to see that there's 10 people in here. Shout out to all 10 of you. We're also on my side of things on YouTube. We're 2 subscribers away from 800. So if you're in the live
Hey, let's
stream
go.
and you don't sub, go ahead and sub. Maybe by the time we get off the stream, we'll hit 800. But make sure you guys also follow John over at the Boba Fett. Check out the description. Everything's in there. Link to his side, and we're also streaming this exact stream right now over on his channel too. So if you want to switch over, or if you're already watching from his side, switch back, go back and forth, do whatever you got to do. Just we
We're
appreciate.
15 subscribers away from being able to go live. So shout out YouTube for making us
Yeah,
at 50 subscribers.
exactly, bro. Yeah, once you go live, it'll be so nice.
And then real quick, dude, that N1 set that he brought up, I'm have there been official pictures for that, or is it's just a speculation? Yeah.
Not yet, but it's like it's confirmed that that is like the May UCS set.
Okay. Yeah, that was the. I need to see it before I make any decisions on it because I got two N1s already that are a Mando version, so I
Yeah,
gotta we gotta see where we're at with that.
yeah, we're definitely going to see where that's standing because the only thing that I'm worried about with that set is how long is that back fin piece going to be? Because that's
To be
something
like a foot, dude.
that's something we run into with the play set. So we'll see what happens. Nimble, I think interesting. I will be picking up the Cobb Vanth versus Cad Bane set in the Siege of Mandalore on sale. I love The Office, dude.
Hmm.
It's my favorite show. Hell yeah. And oh yeah, how could I forget? The Star Wars Visions is getting a little spin-off and it's all going to focus on the Ninth Jedi. Um I don't know if we've talked about that. John, I don't know if you and I have talked about
Mm-mm.
Visions really, but I'm not a huge anime guy. Um I used to love Dragon Ball Z when I was younger, but I tried to rewatch it and I just couldn't do it. Visions, I always watch it the first time through just because
Yep.
but yeah, it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite by any means, but I'm glad a lot of people enjoy it.
Absolutely. I'm with you in the aspect of like I watched it through just to be able to have the idea of what it was and, get on the trail, but wasn't exactly my cup of tea and that's all right, Other people enjoy it. That's cool. They're getting other seasons. We'll go over it. So, no, man, it's just one of those things.
Yeah, it's cool. I dig it. Just yeah, not my favorite, and that's okay. That's why Star Wars has so many different things to watch, is because it makes it fun.
Mhm.
Um, But should we jump into Lego real quick, or should we jump into media? What you pick, John?
Let's go through Lego first, and then we'll finish with the media.
Perfect. All right. So January, of course, we had a plethora of sets. We had the 4 plus Grogu's Homestead. We had the Siege of Mandalore Battle Pack, the new buildable BB-8. We got the Cobb Vance set. We got two MIDI scales for finally got a land vehicle, which is the AT-AT, which looks pretty cool, and we also got the Venator, which of course is super cool. And I know I'm missing another one. Oh, the Mando speeder. I actually picked that up. This is the
Target was bare in our location. Oh, I love the box art on that too.
Oh, dude, yeah, the box art is amazing. It looks so good.
The little
Um,
Mando and Grogu up in the corner.
yeah, that's such a nice detail. But you know what's crazy though is like our Walmart and Target too is just there's nothing. They have the AT-AT and of course the speeder bike, but other than that, they ain't got nothing else.
Oh, we had nothing. That was crazy.
Yeah, so I'm just like, what's going on? But yeah, Cobb Vanth, we're probably just gonna have to order from Lego because I'm not trying to wait. If I've already waited this long, it could possibly have been here already.
Hmm.
So that's okay.
Well,
So
that's like the I had the Venator ordered a while ago and it still hasn't shown up. So it's
oh,
like they're
mm,
they're they're just backward.
yeah, that makes sense though because that's the thing with that Venator though is it looks like the UCS but literally just shrunken down. It's like
Hmm.
copy and paste.
Yep, it's incredible. It's gonna next to the invisible handset. It's gonna look real good lining them up.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty fire. Might have to make it to. I think it already points to the right, so the invisible hands to the left, so you can kind of have those,
Hmm.
squaring off at each other. That'd be kind of dope. Um, but yeah, dude, I'm what do you think's the best set from this wave?
I'm biased, so the Venator for me is gonna be the top set for me. But I am gonna say the Cop Van is a strong second, just because the minifig is incredible.
Yeah, yeah, I'm super excited to finally get a Cad Bane in there too.
Hmm.
Cad Bane, Dad of the Year, great guy. It's awesome. Uh, if you don't know, go watch Tales of the Underworld. Um, but yeah, dude, I think that set's beautiful. Of course, the figures are 10 out of 10s on both sides, and I've seen some mock builds shrinking down Cobb Vanth Speeder. It's a little long.
Hmm.
I had seen it shrunken down. It still looked pretty accurate to the show. I'm just super excited to get that. That way I can put the Mando speeder next to the Cobb Vanth speeder just because I feel like that was just such a cool little scene. We get to see Cobb Vanth's backstory and how he got the armor, what he went through to for the people of Mos Pelgo. And it was pretty cool to see that little like kind of flashback as they're just cruising in the Dune Sea. Pretty strong scene, man.
It's good, man, and again, they just killed the like, again, people can we can talk about certain things like price and things like that, but for what we're getting, I would say it's pretty good, man. Like, the set's pretty dang good, and yeah, the alt builds that we've been seeing I'm not the alt builds I've been seeing everywhere are just insane. So it's like the everything we have going on right now, it's like it's a lot of good stuff coming out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. Have you had any alt builds or taken any sets and like created something else with it?
No, it's something that I'm gonna be doing here in the coming months, I think. Like, I really wanna do I think I saw you do it, but someone made, like, the TIE bomber from the game, and it's like a TIE bomber and a TIE fighter combined, and then I wanna do the TIE brute that I saw last night.
Mm,
And that's, like, the TIE fighter with the gun pod next to it, and that thing was sweet.
yeah, that would be absolutely gas. I feel like most of the Imperial sets that haven't really, been released or it's been years since they've been able to make another
Mhm,
one. You can make some cool stuff. I mean, my mother-in-law got me the Thai bomber, which I already have that built, and
mhm.
she's like, "We'll take it back." And I'm like, I
No, no, no,
actually
no,
think
no.
that there's an alt build for Vader's Thai Advance, so it actually
Yeah,
worked out pretty well. So that is going to be something I'll probably build within like the next week or so. I think the instructions on Rebreakable are like $3.49, something like that, and
steal.
I think it uses 200 less pieces, but I mean, when you put it in scale, Vader's ship is a lot smaller than a TIE bomber, so it checks
Mhm.
out. So that's going to be pretty sick. I got a shelf where it's the play scale TIE fighter, the TIE bomber, and then that TIE interceptor from that Fang Fighter duo
Hmm.
set. And
Yeah,
dude, so good. I absolutely love Imperial ships, man.
they just make them so clean, man. Like, and the way they've been like plating them, like with the newer sets to like sleek them off,
Oh yeah.
just like, ah, okay, give me a Y wing like that.
Ooh, dude, I know that's something I like, especially me, like since I've only been collecting for 4 years, I would say like, well, 5 years. Really think that once we get a Y wing, at least a play scale, or even like a diorama, or not a diorama, like the collector series,
Hmm.
the ship collection. That would be so sick, dude. You know how true they can make it look. I mean, colorways would be great. Um, with me thinking the Falcon, Venator, I mean, they can make all of those bigger slash medium sized ships into a little, starship collection. It's like, are we going to be getting an X-wing soon? That could be a possibility. A Y-wing,
Hmm.
a B-wing would look pretty sick, especially like if it had it like tilted on, like on
Tilted.
that'd be pretty sick. But yeah, I mean the January wave, pretty solid. I'd say there's a lot of misses in this one, in my opinion. Um, one or two sets max is probably what I'm gonna pick up from this. Outside of the Mando speeder, of course, that's just like that's a fun little pickup. But
Hmm.
yeah, that's probably where I sit with that.
That's kind of where I'm at. I'll pick up I have the Venator, I'll pick up Cobb Vant, and then the AT-AT, that'll be like I'll snag that on sale, and then
Hmm.
I'll be cooling for right now.
Yeah, that sounds like me, man. But in 2 months we got March, and that's gonna be the next wave of Lego Star Wars, and this is all going to be the Smart Brick
Mm,
release. Now, this is something brand new, and there's going to be a lot of sets. I know Pokemon's getting some Smart Brick sets. I believe there's a couple Marvel, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to be a lot of sets and a lot of different themes within Lego that are going to have the Smart Brick aspect. And me personally, I got to see them first. That's always the big thing. It's kind of like the N1. You got to see what it looks like first, how it's going to be, and those should be leaking within the next 3 or 4 weeks. So
mhm,
keep your guys' eyes peeled for that. And of course, we'll be talking about it here once they drop and all that. But for me, I feel like I got to pick up at least one of the sets, just for the culture, man. I don't know what to think really. I can see a lot of older, Lego fans, Lego collectors being like, yo, dude, I don't want technology with my Lego. You know what I'm saying? So can't be mad at that, but at the same time, it's new. You got to be, innovative. You got to hit a whole group of fans. So we'll be seeing what happens. It could be good, it could be terrible. So we'll see. What do you got?
I think I'm split in the aspect of, with the smart bricks, we know where they're gonna be upcharging the sets a little bit, so it's like that already is gonna add to already just something going on in the pricing, but I think for me, the big thing is, like, okay, I think they're going for the more play aspect of, like, being able to do certain things with the smart bricks, but, like, I already have an X-wing, I already have like, the sets they're releasing, it's like I need to see them because I already have most of them, and it's like,
Right.
alright, they've released, I don't know, 9 X-Wings, so it's like, if you don't have an X-Wing, you're able to pick one up, if not, this will be the one you can pick up, um, but, like, there's certain sets like that where it's like, I already have them, so I need to see them. See it's like, okay, is there an upgrade in any aspect, or am I just staying with what I got because 'cause I'm content?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I look at it too. I know I'll pick up at least one. I mean maybe two max. I already got the X-wing. Vader's TIE Advance will be one with a smart brick, so that's kind of cool. Um but I see Saucepan here talking about, not overpaying for NAF builds, and I get that because
Mhm,
one of the early leaks of that X-wing was it was like chunky. It kind of looked like a 4 plus build. So I don't know if they have to make these sets thicker because of that brick. I think that it's kind of they're like thicker. Um, Mister, what's
mhm.
it? What's up,
Henry?
Carbonettes? Oh, bro, I love it. But yeah, so I don't know what to expect really with those. Like I got the throne room. You know, I think the Mos Eisley Cantina is kind of a cool thing. So depending on how much that is, might pick that one up because I know some of the bricks, the smart bricks, it comes with like a charger, and it's like kind of like a little base plate, and you just set it on there and it charges wirelessly. So well,
Interesting.
I mean, it's innovative, it's new, but yeah, at the same time, it's like you're taking the good builds from Lego, getting minifigs, and some of them are compatible with it. Um,
Let's see
so
what we get.
yeah, I mean, there's really not too much other than just word of mouth on what it is. So kind of take it with what it is. But yeah, Carbonites. What do you think of Stranger Things, bro? Let us know.
Damn good show.
It was so good. I mean,
It was very good.
we can spend a minute talking about it, dude. It was great. I loved how it ended. I think I didn't want Vecna to have that Vader redemption. I didn't want him to have that last minute.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, so it's like, come on. Like it's just one of those things. It's just
Yeah.
super, super nice that he gave in, and that's what it was. And it was just, that's a villain right there. In my opinion, that's a villain. So I
Yeah.
liked it.
You're in too deep. Ain't no turning back.
Yeah. And turn back for what? You know what I'm saying? You ruined everybody in a way. They all got trauma now, like everyone's getting haircuts because of you, bro.
Like, nah, we're cool. We're cool, right?
Man, so that's also a thing I think with Vader sometimes, especially at the end of Return of the Jedi. It's just like, oh yeah, the episode 3 Anakin is able to like spawn in as a force ghost, and it's like, bro, you killed everyone. You suck. Like why are you back? You're not
I love you,
redeemed.
Hayden, but come on, man.
Yeah, it's funny though. But yeah, I mean it's cool. We see redemptions in Star Wars all the time, so
It's
um
cool. It's kosher.
yeah, it was cool to see something different. Yeah, it was epic. It was really good. I can't wait, here in probably a couple months to a year, I'll go back and rewatch the entire series from start to finish to kind of grasp it all again. So that'll be fun. See what it is as a whole, once again. But I think in my opinion, it goes maybe season 3, 4, 5, then 1 and 2. Like if I was to rank them, because like 3 was so fire, 4 was like you could tell it was like the kids are much older. The crew
Mhm.
is the chemistry is on 10. Eddie was an awesome character, so can't be mad at that.
Nah, great show, dude. Great
Yeah,
show.
it's pretty good. Um, Now out of the 3, I mean technically 4, media that we're getting in 2026 for Star Wars, we got Ahsoka, Maul, Shadow Lord, Mando, and Grogu in theaters, and we have the Ninth Jedi, the Vision spinoff. What are you looking for the most?
I'm gonna have to go with the Maul show, dude. I think they're gonna deliver with that, and I think it's gonna be a heater, man.
Yeah, that one I'm actually kind of nervous for because you have Sam Witwer as the voice, which,
Mhm.
already starting super high, but you also have Sam Witwer like executive producing. So the lore
Give him his
legend,
shot. Give
the
him his
goat.
shot. Yeah.
I'm gonna call out some Star Wars fans too. Y'all are not Sam Witwer. You guys are not on Sam Witwer's level because everyone's just like, oh, he knows everything. He's the goat. Give him the SEO and CEO abilities to Disney, and it's like, guys, you don't want him to have that because now everything is just it wouldn't he wouldn't be able to spend the time making everything because he's looking at how things are selling at Target and how things are selling at Disney World.
We wouldn't get him voicing the Maul right now. It
Literally, bro
you
would be
know?
too busy. So I really, really am happy for that one. And I also think a year after freaking Order 66, like it's close, he's pissed, Palpatine was able to run off and create this empire that he had been kind of like whispering to him about. And it's just like he's not his right hand man. It ends up being this Anakin Skywalker guy that he, just fought Ahsoka about her master. It's gonna be pretty good, dude. So I think we're gonna get some Ahsoka flashbacks. He's probably gonna tell his Padawan, especially the Talon like figure. She's a female,
Mhm.
so maybe he looks at her as a replacement to Ahsoka, because he wanted to take Ahsoka in. Yeah, dude, I can, I feel like I can proudly say that that show will not flop. There's like almost, I would say there's 0.1% chance of that show not being good.
I feel like we would have heard about it in some aspect of media if, there was some discrepancies. But, like,
Mm-hmm.
everything that we've being that we haven't heard anything, and it's still like there's a date, the rumors have been dropping. It's like, okay, I think we're close to that, and, again, dude, if it's the animated style, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be good. Like, that's I'm putting my money on Red, and, like, it's gonna be a good show. I'm hyped
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. It'll be nasty, dude. And I know, yeah, Sam Witwer is just gonna completely deliver. And I mean, who knows? This could be the year of Sam Witwer because he has his own show. And also there's rumors of him playing the son in Ahsoka season 2.
Yep.
So like, yeah, this is definitely the year for Sam Witwer. If you guys are going to cons, if any of you are, Comic Con goers, Star Wars Celebration, I really think you guys should try to get a chance to meet up with Sam Witwer, get an autograph, get a pick with him, because Maul merch is going to be out there, and especially if the Mortis gods come to live action, bro, that's insane. So
Mhm.
yeah, the year of Sam Witwer, 2026 into 2027 could be a good year for him. Yeah, Mall series is gonna be so sick. Disney don't really miss with the animated shows, and that is facts. I think animated it's so nice because I feel like they can pump it out quicker, but at the same time they're able to really dive into lore and give us more with the characters or even the scenarios that are going on. Some of the Clone Wars, Rebels, like that's some of the best storytelling. Even the Bad Batch. I mean, it's just insane how they pump out 16 episode seasons, but you're getting more, context in some of the movies. Even it's pretty crazy.
And the animation is peak, dude. Like, I love
Hmm.
that version of Star Wars animation of the Bad Batch season 7 of Clone Wars. Like, I'm a big fan of how they portrayed that.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. It's beautiful. And it's so good. So good. I'm definitely going to try and get my Star Wars Celebration tickets for this year. Yeah, I think there's like rumors of them dropping in like April or May. So we'll have the laptops, the iPhones, we'll have everything popped open to get those tickets.
They're gonna go quick, dude.
Oh yeah, especially in LA, 50-year
Mhm.
anniversary. They're gonna drop some crazy news. The George Lucas Museum. Are you gonna hit up the George Lucas Museum when it opens?
I would like to. I feel like I'm not sure if I'll do it on the if they have incentives to go, like, grand opening, it won't be too far from me, so, like, that's one thing. Um, but no, I'd probably wanna wait a little bit so then it's not just, like, hyped to the max with people.
Yeah, no, that's
There'd be
fair.
so many people walking around with their with mics and cameras and, like, for that, and, like, I'm probably cool.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that all sells. I think it'll be great. But yeah, maybe if we get an extra day in LA for celebration, we'll definitely skip on over there for a couple hours. Um, But yeah, dude, Maul is gonna be good. Mando and Grogu going in. I think this is gonna be great. We actually watched a little bit of Book of Boba Fett this morning, that finale episode.
Mm.
Super action packed, and I was like, man, Mando on the screen, Boba Fett. So I miss all these characters, man. It's been a while. It's been a couple of years. So I'm super excited to get Mando, back in the mix. And it's a movie, dude. Everyone's gonna be there. You got Grogu, the cutest little guy in the galaxy, man. Even people who don't even like Star Wars are going to be at this damn movie. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I think they're gonna try to pull out the stops on this one. Like, I think this might be a Cameoville type of thing, where it's
Hmm.
like, we're gonna pop in as many people, maybe not in lengthy roles, but, like, we're gonna see them, I think, and then that'll be you know, the foreshadowing for what comes next of, like, who's in charge, what do we have going on, and then, like, who's involved in those next steps.
Yeah, yeah, I'm excited to see all that. And that's the thing too is I feel like we got to get a little bit of Thrawn. We got to get a little bit of the Shadow Council in there just to kind of
Mhm.
enhance that story going forward. Because I mean, there's a lot of different things that this movie could do. I mean, is it going to be a straight like action adventure? Oh, here's Mandalorian, here's Grogu, and they're just, doing the same thing they always do. They're going to get in trouble, but they're going to get out of it, and it's happily ever after, and they're going to keep going. or are they really going to dive into some new lore points? Are they going to try to, veer this story into this direction? Maybe they're going to be with the New Republic, new, lot of different things. So
Well,
I'm
and
hyped
and
for it.
and Pelion was Thrawn's right-hand guy, and, we saw him in that last show with when he was on the council, so it's like, okay, if he's the one hoarding all the resources, like, surely we're gonna hear about something going on with that.
Yes, that is true. I always forget about that guy. Um, I've actually been seeing some lore videos on YouTube. I actually had like two of them the other day that were talking about that right hand man, and could this character pop in? And I've seen a lot of things with the Grisk too. It's just like, are they going to really
Mhm.
bring everything from the novels to live action for his story? So I don't know. It's all up in the air for sure. Ian Woods,
What's
what up,
going on,
everybody?
Ian?
What's
What's
up?
going
What's
on, big
up?
dog?
For real, I Haja. Yeah. So, yeah, I know. Mandalorian and Grogu gonna be cool. It's gonna be nice. Do you think we'll see Pedro Pascal with the helmet off? Do you think he's gonna take it off in this movie?
If they're gonna try to give us, like, this is one of the last times we see Mando, then I think they give us that send off. But, like, if there's the aspect of him coming back in the next, Ahsoka season 2 and things like that, like, nah, he's gonna keep it on because 'cause they're not gonna do the whole retribution of the waters of Mandalore again, like, that's been done, like, he's yeah, I don't know. I think that's kinda where I stand with that.
Yeah. See, I've seen some people being talking about like how they, we got to see Pedro Pascal. He's in another movie. Um, I think that's cool. It's cool to see Pedro Pascal. But at the same time, we know who it is underneath the mask. We know him. But for those who had the Pedro Pascal fatigue, in the last 3 4 years, that'll do numbers for them keeping his mask on. But yeah, like you said, if he takes his helmet off, is he gonna have to go back to Mandalore again? So like every time he takes
Yeah.
his helmet off, he's like, "Oh, gotta go back to Mandalore. Gotta
Yeah, gotta do this ritual again.
gotta confess my sins, for taking my helmet off." So I don't know. I don't think that's gonna be the case. I really don't think he's gonna take it off. He'll just be, and I
Yeah,
feel like that's kind of
it'll
the,
just be him.
yeah, it's that's kind of the how it's going now. Um, but one thing I'm actually hoping for is they kind of leaked that one little new trailer, and I think it shows a scene where Din is helping Grogu keep his chainmail in his little Beskar circle, like the new piece he has
Mhm.
right on there for on his chainmail, and he's helping him put his little like cloth little robe over it. And I think that's going to be cool. So I'm really hoping that Grogu gets some more armor, or even some little like gauntlets for his arms or something. I think
He
that'd be
gets
pretty
dripped
tight.
out, that'd be sweet.
Well, that's the thing, dude. If you look at it from like step back a little bit and you look at Grogu as a character, like yeah, I could see how you have Grogu fatigue or you're annoyed with the character. You want him to talk already. I mean, no time has jumped to where he can like start talking and his vocabulary is just super high. That's it's at this point in the story in the Mandoverse, it's not his time yet. But I mean, we know this species lives up to 900 years old. So, we have the Ray project coming out down the line, maybe the Hunt for Ben Solo, Starfighter that comes out next year that's set 9 years after um, you know, the Rise of Skywalker. So we have this character in Grogu that can be expendable for years. You could jump forward 500 years, past the Star Wars timeline, and you have this project with Grogu, and he's going to be a lot older. He's going to be more Yoda like, and uh, you know, come to terms with like his size and stuff. So can't really be
Well,
too
and that's
mad at
like
that.
with the Rey's new Jedi Order movie, it's like surely he'll play into that. Like, they'll pull him in some capacity as one of the only other Force users that's been established to be part of that, in
Yeah,
at least within that school.
yeah. There's a lot that they can do with it, and I think that that's kind of a good point you bring up too. So yeah, there's a lot that they can do going forward, and that's kind of what's cool with bringing back another one of the Yoda species. I mean, Yaddle, Yoda, those are obviously two cool characters. I'm glad they showed Yaddle in the Tales of the Jedi. That was really cool. Um,
Yeah, if you
so
haven't seen that Tales of the Jedi arc with Dooku, that's incredible.
it's it's see that was the thing right there. That's where I was like, you know what, this Tales of series, it's peak, man. Like It's really good. Now, even like Barra Safi and Morgan Elsbeth, I love both of or I can't say that. I don't really like Barra Safi at all. If there's a character that I don't like, it's her ass. But Morgan Elsbeth, sign me up. Love her. She's great. But at the same time, she's not that big of a character and she was still able to get a little arc. And it was fun, man. You get to see a young Thrawn, like Giga
Thrawn kills
Chad
it.
Thrawn.
I love anything with Thrawn in that animated series, dude. I love his portrayal.
Yes, it's so good. And it's cool to think, like Morgan Elsbeth had the prototype for the tie, what was it, the Defender?
The tie yeah, the tie Defender project.
Like, dude, come on. And then Thrawn was like, yeah, we don't really need that. And it's like, bro,
Costly.
what?
Cost too much money.
Oh yeah, and see, and that's a cool thing too, which I feel like they can capitalize in the Mandoverse too, with Thrawn being the guy they're going against. Is he saw the Empire as a joke, dude? He knew that it was powerful, but it was a joke because he's like they funded money into this, planet killer. What does that do? That does nothing. You're killing your enemies pretty much, and you have nothing to take from them. Other than when they kind of like Gorman, they take the silk
Yeah.
and then they fuck it up. So, I mean, it's
Well, and
it's one
that's
of those
like the
things.
you could have built, I don't know, 1,000 Star Destroyers. That's like that would have been pretty effective, you know? But,
Yeah.
like and, it's a movie. We're going off the off the context of what we have, but, yeah, it's like, every time they portray him, he's actually, in tune with logistics and resources and, the actual, necessities that go into sustaining a war, and he
Hmm.
just looks at it and it's like, "Okay, so now that he's in charge and he's back, I think that's gonna be it's not just gonna be an easy walk."
Right. Yeah. No. Like it for Thrawn, like it has to work. You know,
Mhm,
that's one thing. Is he's that master strategist that they always talk about, and that's what he is. And I mean, going forward, you can't really mess up because it's kind of his time to shine, and he's gonna win. I mean, even at the end of Ahsoka, when they ran their course on the ground battle, Thrawn's like, pull all of our troops. I mean, we're gonna
mhm.
count this as a loss, but in the grand scheme of things, we won. So it's like, damn, bro. That's like me watching a Nuggets game or something. We lose, but I'm like, we still won. It's like Thrawn is that guy. It's just it's that's the dog in him. Like
Mhm.
he's straightforward. He's gonna get what he wants ultimately, and he's siding with the Night Sisters. This dude doesn't have the Force. He doesn't need it. He's brain power. But what is he gonna do? Get a bunch of Sith? Get a bunch of Jedi? No. He's gonna go the other route and see another style of Force user. And now he has the Night Sisters and the Night Mothers at his disposal. What in the world? And he
On
has
Dathomir?
on Dathomir undead, and an entire army of the undead. So if they die, it's like, oh, you was a good soldier. It's like, nah, that's not. That's just a body.
That
Like
boy just
that's
got back up.
like it's perfectly fine. Like, dude, it's gonna be crazy, and I feel like a lot of people don't realize how crazy it's gonna be. Um, Hodges says, "What if Din got caught in some trouble and
Ah,
someone removes his helmet during a fight? He's not taken off by choice." Yeah, that would be crazy. I wonder who they would fight. Like
it's
what?
like that Batman clip where the dude takes off his mask. He's like, "Oh, now I know Batman's just some dumb asshole." Like
Yeah. Uh, that's what I was thinking of right away when you said that, and then yep, that's the one. That's so awesome. Yeah, that'd be crazy. It's like, oh yeah, Mando, Din Djarin, this asshole. This
like,
dude
"Oh,
has body.
it's put the helmet back on."
Yeah, for real. Or I mean, another cool way to see him is like maybe when he's like in his alone time, the camera is on him. Maybe he's like kind of, going down to rest or, take the night off or something. Just, got done eating and we get like a back scene of him, maybe a little bit of dialogue and he takes his helmet off. Like that would be kind of cool, just kind of maybe if he's thinking of a flashback or something, that'd be kind of tight to see Pedro. Yaddle was awesome in my opinion. I liked her fighting style. Yeah, she was pretty nasty with it. It just I mean, God, dude, she almost had Dooku, and then it's just that man, Palpatine sucks, dude. A question is for Grogu is where was he during the sequels, assuming we were getting years more of him. Yeah, maybe, I feel like if you look at the sequels, maybe it's kind of centered towards the Jedi, the old crew, Luke, Han, Leia. They each kind of get their own movie. In the First Order versus the Resistance. It's kind of like a Jedi and quote unquote dark side slash Sith. I mean, even though they're not really Sith, but um, maybe Grogu is with the Mandalorians doing something. Since he is a Mandalorian now, maybe they have a whole different thing that has nothing to do with them. That's kind of like what I try to think, just because I have the same thing. Like, where's Grogu? Where's Cal Kestis? Where are these characters? Um, it just kind of
They'll
kind of
write
shows how big the galaxy is.
Yeah, they'll retcon it where they need to. It's like, they'll when they get to that point where it's like, "Hey, we need to implement the establishment of this character," that they'll just go back and do it in a cutscene. Like, they'll go back to some type of flashback, and then it'll show, Grogu doing something, and it's like, "Oh, that's where he was."
Yeah.
So it's like, I think that's where whenever they need to, if they have to do something, they'll throw it in and be like, "Oh, this is where this character was." Like, your one question answered, little clip, here he was, and then keep going.
Yep. And that's the thing that's cool too, is because that's where animated slips in, because we get to see what Maul was doing during the times of
Mhm.
Anakin on Mustafar. Like there's so many cool little things like that. That's why like we've talked before, is it's that animation style enhances the story. We get to see what they were doing. We get to see the backs. We get to see pretty much what was going on with these other big characters. So that's kind of what I think about that with Grogu during the sequels. Um, Grogu is the future of Disney Star Wars, whether fans like it or not. Grogu sells money. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Is it's like, do we need Grogu to be the next, Luke Skywalker or Darth Vader? Not really. They're just like, we have this character that people love and that aren't even Star Wars fans, and yeah, ultimately it makes money. That's why they make these movies and series, is to make money. Because we consume it.
Mhm. I mean, that's what cooked a whole bunch of people at Mando.
Oh yeah. Dude, I remember hearing the rumors of the Mandalorian show, and I'm like, "Oh, Boba Fett is getting his own show," like a little backstory, and ultimately that kind of led into it. But yeah, Ryan, I think we're for sure gonna see Dathomir in a
Oh,
sub.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's like prints and sketches of that already. Um, but with what you're saying, I hope we get a lot of Dathomir, because that's just going to be nuts. I feel like anytime you're on Dathomir, whether it's in the animation or in the Jedi games, something spooky's going on. Something crazy is happening. So yeah.
Dog, you pan out, Thrawn Star Destroyers coming in, Dathomir's in
Uh,
the distance, like, that's gonna be a scene. Landing. Oh,
mm, I know, and I don't know if they're going to have like a bay or anything on Dathomir that's already built, but I would love to see Thrawn kind of like Geonosis style, like Dooku looking over the arena. I need to see Thrawn with his hands behind his back, looking at this just army like just rise like that, dude.
all doing the cheering and, like, he's like,
Ah,
"And today the rebellion falls." Ah!
oh yeah, and Enoch is like over there talking, like bro, like that. It's gonna be good, dude.
He's over there just citing Latin. It's like, "Alright, Enoch."
I know. Too bad he has a helmet on, because all the kids these days would be like, "Dude, Enoch's mogging Thrawn, bro. Oh my god."
Yeah.
Then having chill time and eating, he must also eat cereals with blue milk. It's the lore law. That is true, bro. You got to have the blue milk.
If you've been to Disneyland, the green milk is actually far better
Is it
taste-wise.
what does it taste like?
The green one is a little bit, like, more fruity. I remember the blue one being, like, I don't know. I remember the blue one being not too great. But anyways, little
Yeah,
side note,
I
sidebar.
need I need to get out there, dude, because I wanna get the experience. I know one day we'll go, especially like once my son gets a little older. We'll set aside some money to go do that, because I think they would love
Mhm.
that shit. Possible reason for Grogu not being in the sequels could be due to Mourning Din's death. Could this push him to the dark side challenges? What you think?
A neutral Grogu would be kinda crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen those kind of characters before, but I mean, we haven't seen it in it's like dark side Yoda slash Mandalorian slash, yeah, that'd be kind of crazy. Gotta head out, guys. Enjoy the stream. We'll try to make next week's. May the force be with you. May the force be with you, bro. Thanks for chiming in.
Have a great day, brother.
Appreciate it. Lots of Dathomir would be insane. I love the Dathomir mission in Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah, I know, and I know
Mm-hmm.
you're fresh off of that too. Now that's something I wish they had in the second game too, is getting more of Dathomir. But it's cool when you get that little like side training with Marin to where you can like jump through the portals and shit. That's pretty crazy.
I think they'll come back to it in the final game.
Yeah, that'd be
Like,
dope,
hopefully.
dude. I'm and kind of to like end it off with Ahsoka. This is another thing where it can kind of tie in is you know I don't think necessarily that they need to make the third Jedi game before Cal comes to live action because we already know his character. We know Cameron Monaghan is able to play this character. So, what if they bring him into Ahsoka season 2 or into the Filoni end game if they don't have the game done by then? And especially with Thrawn being on Dathomir, Cal and Marin, of course, are a couple, Jedi and a Night Sister, but it's pretty wild because, like, what if Marin is like, I need to side with my sisters? Meanwhile, my love interest is a Jedi and is helping out the New Republic. Like that's a crossroads, bro.
Like, I don't know the lore behind the magic of the Night Sisters per se, but it's like, when they start doing stuff on Dathomir, is Marin gonna have "Oh, shit, like, something's going on back home, I need to go check it out." Like, I don't know, like, there's a connection in that where she was one of the last Night Sisters alive,
Hmm.
and they're now doing something on Dathomir with, Night Sister magic.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing I was thinking too because the Night Sisters are all connected. They're sisters
Mhm.
whether they're dead or alive. They show that in Tales of the Underworld. Even when Asajj um, went to lay to rest in the waters, she got to see all of her sisters and could hear the voice of Mother Talzin. But it's cool that they implicate all of these things that you know Ahsoka season 2 has brought us with the Night Mothers. Now there's this whole other story that where we think, when we think Night Mother, it's only Mother Talzin. So we have these other three Night Mothers that could really open the door for a lot of these characters going forward. So I am super, super excited to just finally get that on top of Dathomir. It's gonna be
Yeah,
nasty.
agreed.
Um, I loved working with Marin. She's definitely one of my favorite newer characters. Yeah, dude. After I played the game, I went straight to GameStop and copped the Funko over because I was like, bro, she's fire. And if it was ever before that not playing, I would have never gotten it. Hey, hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, Jedi Star Wars chat?
Oh,
Shout
what's
out
going on, big
Ron.
dog?
Definitely got to get him on the live stream with us one of these weeks because
Absolutely.
dude is really cool with Star Wars. Go check him out, guys. Um, there was something I heard for Enoch, and it's just a rumor, by the way. And someone said Enoch could be wielding a lightsaber, and I thought that was wild, to be honest. LOL. Yeah, that would be wild. What the hell?
Can you imagine, like, they're fighting in the group scenario, and then homeboy, like, sees the lightsaber on the ground and just picks it up? It's like, why not, like
Bro, he kind of pulls a fin, just like, oh yeah, I got this.
Yeah.
That'd be wild, dude. Or like maybe someone like gets their like lightsaber like knocked off, and like he just runs and picks it up. He's like, yeah, I'm about to fuck y'all up.
That would be quite the him holding it sideways, like, with the lightsaber turned on would look incredibly dope.
Yeah, I thought when he turned and like looked at the screen for the first time in Ahsoka, I was like, "Damn, what is that, bro? That's like a
Yeah.
Roman Empire like
Dude goes,
mask."
"Where'd you even find the mask, homie?" Like
Yeah, like where does this come from? What's the lore behind this mask? Does anyone have a concern with Filoni being the only writer for Ahsoka? He isn't a strong writer and needs co-writers. Ron, you agree or not? I mean, I don't know, man. That's his character. So I feel like if anyone was to write Ahsoka, it would definitely have to be Dave Filoni. I think Ahsoka season 1 was pretty good though, so I think he did a good job.
I was a fan of the season 1, and I think I need to see I don't know, I don't wanna judge on the 2nd season until I've seen it.
Yeah,
When I get into it and I can see the writing and the direction and where we're going, I think that's kinda when I will make my basis, but for right now, it's like I think I'm biased, dude. I love the inclusion of Hayden in, like, the backstory so much that it kinda took away a lot from me, like, it was really nostalgic, so I think
Yeah.
I'm biased in the aspect of speaking negatively on that.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty sick, dude. And shit, Hayden apparently has even more screen time in the season. So
Mhm.
that's gonna be even crazier. Yeah, dude, I'm always excited for more Hayden. That's my childhood. Um, yeah, but yeah, Ron, shout out you, man. Um, I want the Marin Funko TVC or Black Series. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I only got the Funko. They need to make a Lego set with her because I think her minifig would go hard. I've enjoyed Ahsoka and didn't have an issue with the writing on that level. Yeah, I mean, also too, what a lot of people don't understand is like yeah, there may be one person taking lead, but there's like hundreds of people that are helping work on this, series or show. I mean, even for Stranger Things, they had just released that 8,000 people worked on the show. Like
Goddamn.
that's mind blowing. Like how much money y'all got? Could you imagine if we got like a job opportunity to work on Stranger Things? Like, bro, how much are we making? That's like my first idea is like, what am I making? I'm one of 8,000 people. Like, what am I really like getting? Am I literally just getting $100 flat? Like, yeah, go set this light up over here, Brandon, please.
It's
Yeah,
like one of the
I
it's
got
like
you.
one of those, like, lawsuit like, checks you get in the mail, and it's, like, for, like, 98 cents. It's like, "Oh, cool.
It's like,
Oh,
hell
yeah.
yeah, dude. Appreciate that.
Rolling."
Yeah, it's like it's gonna cost me to cash this thing. Um, But yeah, dude, I'm excited for it. Shit, man, that's kind of really all we know so far for 2026. Anything we left out?
No, man, I think we're pretty cool in right now. There's a lot, and so, like, I think, to cover it in the span of what we did is a little shortened, um, but we're gonna see a lot in these next, like, 2, 3 weeks.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot, and especially with Maul Shadow Lord, I think that's gonna come out in this first half, before the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. So yeah, that's something to look forward
Starfighter's
to.
done, so we'll start seeing something for that, with filming being wrapped up, like, that'll start having leaks coming out. Um, yeah, dude, I think there's gonna be a lot going on.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty nasty. I think Andor ruined Star Wars for me because the writing was so good and the quality was excellence that made other Star Wars projects like Ahsoka look like it was made by amateurs. Yeah, I mean that's what happens when you have
Andor
multiple.
was so damn good.
Yeah, you have multiple people working on different things, and you can't really knock it for Andor just because it was so good. Like Andor is definitely like here's Star Wars, and then I have like Andor like to the right a little bit. It's just like over here because it's just like its own thing, and it's so good, dude. Um, Steph says even the cast from Stranger Things said that they noticed the production difference from the last season in comparison to the previous four. The sets were insane. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
that's something else too. Production value, I guess I should say. Yeah, and you notice that too as a viewer. You're like, damn, this is different.
The setup for the last area in the last season, I was watching a video, and I think they said it was, like, 8 months or something like that, or to
Oh
create
yeah,
the room they were in because it was all handmade.
yeah. The inside the Mind Flayer's chest, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yep. Yeah, that was, dude. I don't know, dude. That's peak. Stranger Things is
yeah,
peak, bro.
yeah.
It's so good. Um, but yeah, guys, that's it for today. Please make sure go over to Instagram, follow us. The everything, the ats are right here on the screen as well. And right here, live every Sunday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So we're here every week. Come check us out. Subscribe here. Really close to getting John to going live on his own channel, and also we're 2 subscribers away from 800. Haven't checked, but if you're new today, go hit that subscribe button on both sides. Everything's linked down below, and yeah, that's all I got on my end, man.
I love it, man. I'm keeping it short and sweet. You guys have a great Sunday, dude. We're here, and it was a great time. I appreciate y'all for being here.
Yes, sir. So with that being said, we'll see y'all next Sunday, 11 a.m., and we'll have a new theme for y'all, so stay tuned. We'll see y'all next time. All right.